Yeah, we're already in the break, so I keep it really, really short. I just want to pitch a ongoing work, which we present here as a poster as soon as we find magnets to put it on. And this is, I think, really exciting because it's joint work with the Austrian National Bank and the Austrian Financial Market Authority. And what we try to do in this work is assessing the solvency of virtual asset service providers. Why are we doing this? Yeah, you know, some asset service providers went bankrupt just recently. And obviously, we also saw some contagion effects in the crypto space, which means the takeaway of these events is these are just companies and they can become insolvent. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but I think the statement must also be made once explicitly that we are just dealing with companies that can become bankrupt as any other company. But why are these companies so interesting? Because Esther, you talked about stablecoins. Stablecoins, they represent an interface between the traditional financial sector and the crypto financial sector. So this is why they are so interesting for, if you talk about risks. And there's another interface, it's the virtual asset service providers, because they're also at the interface between the traditional financial sector and the crypto financial sector. And if we would like to understand the stability, if we would like to understand the solvency, we have to look into the balance sheets. And those balance sheets, they are constructed basically by two different parts. We have those parts that are constructed by crypto assets, so crypto asset holdings or assets, and also crypto asset liabilities. And of course, we have the same in the fiat space. The good news is that for fiat, we actually have a pretty good picture because the standard assessment and accounting rules applies, and the companies, they have to file their basically holdings as part of their yearly reports, and there are also established auditing and supervision procedures. However, we do not know much about the crypto asset part. And all the procedures and all the methods we applied are on the poster. I'm just skipping this and explain it in the break and jump to the key findings. And the major key finding we have is, and we use data from the Financial Market Authority, we used data from the company register, and we used on-chain data. The key takeaway is currently, at least in Austria, the authorities, they wouldn't even have a chance to assess the solvency status of the virtual asset service provider. So if they fail, you cannot blame the authorities or anyone else who is charged or who is responsible for auditing because they don't have the data. It's not really possible because there's a huge data gap. And what we really want to do is think about how we could close this data gap so that we also get this part of the balance sheet that is crypto asset specific. More details on the poster. Sorry for those who joined remotely, you won't see the poster. But if you have any questions, just drop me an email.